told me to keep it brief, so I'll do my best. Well, first I want to say that after we're done with this and the ribbon cutting, I'm going to go out with my favorite six-pack, and we're going to do a little bike ride. So I got the 6 grandchildren here, starting with Mia, and then there's Theo over here, Eli, Margaret, Olivia, and Irving. So they're actually on a whole, it wasn't planned, but it's like it, not every possible type of bike, but there's a lot of different mixes here. So it's great to have them here, and my 2 sons, Andrew and Zach, and 2 Sarahs. It makes it easy for a father-in-law when both daughter-in-laws are named Sarah. And of course, Susan's here also. Susan thinks that I have 6 bikes. And I've got my 2 sisters here, Mary Nell from Lincoln and Saren from Atlantic. So it's good to have some family people here. Well, gosh darn it, there is one person that I was counting on being here, and he means so much to me, and that's John Karras. And John resides at Scottish Rite Park, but he's at Mercy today. So when I arrived in Des Moines in 1971, John introduced me to bike riding, and I owe a lot to John. People talk about playing it forward. For me, it's pedaling it forward for John. And when we started riding, there were no trails in Des Moines. And we rode on the street, and this is kind of hard to believe, but this is the light that we strapped to our knee as flashing. That was it. 2 C batteries, I think, would do it. So. There were no trails in Des Moines. I had a reason to carry a pocket comb too. So, but I helped with a bike-a-thon at the Iowa State Fairgrounds for the first, I think, 1.5 miles of what became the Bill Riley Trail. And if you gave $5, you got a felt tip pin, which I promptly ruined a lot of shirts with those pins. So. Well, I'll just a couple more things, and I know that I got a lot of bike friends out here, but we believe that Des Moines looks best behind handlebars. And we also believe that Des Moines looks best at about 12 to 20 miles an hour. And so we enjoy very much being on trails. You will rarely catch me saying bike trails, because anyone can use these trails, and they do. So with that, I'll just look at my notes here, Susan's punk. There are 3 park planners that had a big hand in designing this beautiful route, and Richard Brown, Jenny Richmond, Colby Fangman. I know that Jenny's here. Oh, Colby's here also. This is a beautiful route, and it's really not about me. It's connecting downtown to Easter Lake, and there's so many people who have never been to Easter Lake before this. And the cool thing about this is now it's only 3 more miles to Carlisle. 3 miles in a couple years ought to do it. And if you haven't had a chance to contribute, we'll seek you out. So with that, I think we'll do whatever's next. Okay? Thanks.
I would like Carl's family to come up, and we're going to put a red ribbon here, so I need one of the grandkids to hold the spool and one to take the other end across the trail. All right? And then Carl gets the big scissors, because if he hurts himself, he's a city employee, we have insurance. So. If does your wife want to come up, and your kids and your sisters? They should all come up so we can get a picture here. I'm gonna get out of the way so I can get in the front side. and we'll count you down. Get all the family members that came from far and near, get up here with Carl. We're going to cut the trail and open it officially. Come on up. All right, don't cut until I get everybody that gives me a signal that they've got their pictures and their cameras ready. Everybody ready? We're going to count to 3, and we're going to cut. 1, 2, 3. All right, that ends the ceremony, but please stay by. Check out the great new map and the little bit of the tribute to Carl here on both sides, and please do visit with Carl and his family.